Ozanam House was established post-war, so we've been here for about 63 years, begun by the St Vincent de Paul Society. It was a place where people coming back from the Second World War who were suffering from what they called in those days shell shock, they could come and get a meal and a bed for the night. Ozanam House during that time has gone through various stages of evolution, particularly focusing on the changing needs of our community. Today, many of the men who stay here are below 30 years of age. So a very different cohort to that stayed here back in the 50s and 60s.
Well, last year I was homeless because I kind of found myself in this predicament and I wasn't really quite sure where to go next in life. And then I found out about this place and moved in here, which has really, really changed my life, to be honest. It's been really wonderful being here where I can sort of focus on what's important to me and sort of deal with my issues, I think. From being homeless, even if you have a certain dignity about yourself, people do take that away from you. You do feel the scorn from people. To have this overwhelming friendliness and actual concern for you when you move in here, people are genuinely concerned about your well-being. That's been the biggest thing for me, like sort of wanting to continue on and better myself. And there's a music group here as well, which I'm a part of. The staff, as soon as I bring up my cello, the staff just go a bit nuts and then they'll sit and watch me play. Makes me think that it's worth something.
Ozanam House is more than just a roof over someone's head or a meal. It's very much about engagement, it's very much about social inclusion, it's very much about helping somebody on the road to recovery. When we talk about recovery from homelessness, it's really getting behind the issues, the pathway, if you like, that has led somebody into homelessness, whether that's a drug and alcohol issue, mental health, a violence issue, an abuse issue. Getting behind that and trying to work with the individual to try and ensure that that very reason that they became homeless doesn't actually keep them there. The future for Ozanam House is very, very exciting. Later this month, we'll actually demolish the buildings that have been with us for 50 and 60 years. And out of the ground, in about 18 months' time, will arise 135 apartments. And these will be individual apartments where the men and women who live with us at Ozanam House into the future will enjoy an amenity that's befitting of an environment where we want to promote dignity, where we want to affect change by providing the supports around them in a really positive way.
Homelessness in Melbourne is a growing problem and we've made it a priority.
In Melbourne there's been a 74% increase over the last 3 years in rough sleeping in the city. We're very focused on increasing the supply of affordable housing, but we're also very focused on the other side of it, which is the early intervention.
Ozanam House came to us with a project which I thought was very innovative, really in a number of ways. First of all, they were going to increase the supply of housing from 69 units to 130. And very importantly, the design of the building is great. It's not an institutional building, it's a block of apartments that looks like any apartment anyone would love to live in. It's very sustainably designed and it really values the people that are living there.
In putting together a project of this size, $43 million redevelopment, we needed the support of many organisations and individuals. One of the first groups we went to was the Lord Mayor's Charitable Foundation, and I think they were immediately struck with the magnitude of what we're doing, but also what could be in terms of one of the most disadvantaged groups in our community. They provided us with very generous support, which enabled us to go out with confidence to other groups in the community to show them the worth of the project, to ensure that we'll get this project happening. We hope in very quick time, so that we can very quickly get on with the work of helping people out of their homelessness.
If it weren't for this service, I honestly don't know where I would have gotten to as well. It's made a huge difference. It's given me self-worth as well. I actually have hope, like for the first time, I think.